Hello, everyone. I'm Delaware House Majority Whip Ed Osinski, and welcome back to Roll Call. On Tuesday, the House completed its final day of session for the 153rd General Assembly. From passing legislation aimed at lowering utility costs to advancing measures that protect Delawareans from harmful federal action, expand affordable housing, and address rising health care costs. We had a very heavy yet successful day. Here are some of the highlights from June 30th. After a long day and night of advancing measures, the House passed over 40 bills. To start things off, Governor Myers signed the fiscal year 2027 operational budget into law. Following the budget signing, the House returned to the floor and began voting on several measures, including Representative Snyder Hall's SB 100, the first leg of a constitutional amendment that would enshrine the right to marry in the Delaware Constitution. And I'm happy to report the legislation passed the House. In addition to Senate Bill 100, we also passed the following. House Bill 500, also known as Delaware's annual bond bill. This measure plays a key role in shaping investments in infrastructure, schools, and community projects across Delaware. Senate Bill 9, sponsored by Representative Heffernan, which institutes a state non-tidal wetlands program to include wetlands that are no longer regulated at the federal level. Senate Bill 53, sponsored by Representative Carson, that will establish the Delaware Farm to Community program. Senate Bill 329, sponsored by Representative Bolden. This bill modernizes Delaware's election certification process. Senate Bill 347, sponsored by Rep. Williams. This legislation builds on the Medical Debt Protection Act and prohibits large-scale health facilities from collecting personal property as payment for medical debt. Senate Joint Resolution 19, sponsored by Rep. Chugwocha, which urges the state to explore further solutions for tackling the rising cost of health care. House Concurrent Resolution 158, sponsored by Representative Harris. This bill recommends Delmarva Power and Light Company to reconsider the non-mandatory investments in their 2026-2027 plan, reduce the 2027 and 2028 budget, and to adjust its interim rate implementation. Senate Bill 309, sponsored by Representative Lambert. This bill prohibits the Department of Corrections from deducting wages from incarcerated individuals for room and board. Senate Bill 324, sponsored by Rep. Cook. This legislation expands gun background check exemptions for law enforcement agencies to qualify constable agency representatives as well. And Senate Bill 231, sponsored by Rep. Chugwocha, this measure provides parity for school social workers and other professionals who provide critical mental health services to students by implementing a 6% advanced certification supplement. To view the full list of legislation that was passed June 30th and throughout the entire General Assembly period, please visit legis.delaware.gov. Well, that's all I have for you today, and it's been a pleasure hosting Roll Call this session. Although this is the final episode of the year, please stay connected with the Delaware House Democrats on Facebook, Instagram, Threads, and Blue Sky for more updates and activities. And I also want to thank our producers of Roll Call, Bree Arthur and Stephen Brown Blackman. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next year on Roll Call.